Hello, everyone, and welcome to DroneNation, episode 20. We're going to call it Crash Nation tonight. I had a little mishap over the past couple days with our beloved Mini 2. Hold on, I did mute the other window, of course. Okay, so again, we're going to call it Crash Nation. Had a little mishap, and I posted the video today. There's already a link in the chat if you want to go play the video. Maybe we'll play just the crash portion during the show here, a small portion.
The good part.
The good part, the part that everybody wants to see if you haven't seen it yet. But anyhow, we've got some other news to talk about today too, and we'll get to other stuff. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions, and we are bringing in a drone crash expert in the show in a couple minutes here, and you won't want to miss his analysis of the crash. He is an expert on these type of things. He will join us in a few minutes. He's in preparation right now. He's actually back in the what we call that, Marcus, the green room. He's getting the shrimp and the And all
what? I heard that Susan made some really nice guacamole tonight, Ron.
The extra strong too.
Yeah, guacamole and chips.
Yeah. So he'll join us when he's done eating. But okay, with no further ado, let's start this show. I'm going to check in with my partner here in crime, Marcus Crawford, to see what he's been up to. And I don't think he's crashed anything, so it's been a good week for him.
I haven't lately. I got to tell you, today I went out and I try to get some exercise every day, as you know, Ron, go for a walk. And I was at one of the local parks, and I took the Mavic Mini, the original Mini, with me.
The only Mini I'm going to be flying for a long time.
Yeah, I've got mines behind me here too, and I didn't fly it because it was about about 10 or 15 mile an hour winds, and I thought, you know what, I'm just not going to go there.
But you doesn't like the wind.
Yeah, but I did the other day. I did a couple of recent flights. The Hubsan Xeno Pro Plus.
Oh, that's an impressive sounding name, Marcus.
It is. Takes us back to our old DroneNation days, Ron. I flew that thing with, I'm going to say, it wasn't terrible, but it's not like it was great either. But so that I put that video up today. And then after that, I went out to Lucky Peak. This was a couple days later, and I did all the latest updates on the FIMI X8 SE. And took it out on a flight over the lake and had a pretty darn good flight with it. I'm just in the process of putting that video together.
Are you running the new firmware for the FIMI now? The latest firmware upgrade?
I did. I updated it before that flight, Ron, and I'm going to show all the old new firmware numbers in that video. And it flew pretty good. I'm still not 100% happy with the video on that drone. I can tell you, I did put it in, I put the white balance in automatic, Ron, and there are times in that video that you can see it change the white balance, and that just never looks good, right, when it changes the colors and stuff. And maybe I should have just put it on sunny day or cloudy day or whatever, but I wanted to see how it just did with everything in automatic. But the drone flew great, and you talk about a windy day. That was really windy out on the lake. There was a ton of wind going on, and that's a drone that doesn't even know it's windy. It flies fine.
Right. The FIMI X8, either 2020 and the Xeno 2 have their issues, but handling the wind's not one of them.
Not one of them. They do great in the wind. Yeah.
And then that's their one shining thing is they're great out in the wind. Yeah. So what's your big takeaway from this latest update for the FIMI? What is the thing that it improves the most?
One of the things that they said they improved that I did not test, and I need to do that, is the tracking, and that has always been a weak point of that drone. It just I'm trying to remember
active track, or
they've got a version of active track, and I can't remember what they call it, but it has been in the past kind of hit or miss. So I do need to take that out and test it. But mostly it was also, they had a camera update. So that's why I wanted to check out the video. And it doesn't look bad. I might be making it sound worse than what it is. It doesn't look bad. When I get that up.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, we'll see it.
Hey, you want to hear a rumor, Marcus?
I do.
Don't let this out, but I hear I hear there's a guy, I think his name's Johnny Drone Flyer, may have a Feed Me X8 on the market.
I thought I saw that. I thought I saw Johnny had his up for sale. Yeah.
Look, low miles, plenty of tread left on the tire.
Yeah. Plenty of tread on the tires. Yeah. Tread on the props or whatever. Yeah. Technically they're rotors, not props.
Okay.
If you want to get technical.
Oh, we want to get are we a technical show?
No, not really. Hell no, we're not.
Hey, before our crash expert gets in, let me really run through the chat here today. We got Chris Hope in here from the great state of Texas. We have Michael Ray in here from the great state. This Texas is all Texas show here. Sam Burns from Southern Cal. Ray Kelly from New York, soon to be Florida. We got Johnny Drone Flyer from down in the great state of Louisiana. Who else do we have here? Thomas Baker's in here with us. Mid Valley Drones, who's also from Texas. Fly Zone Drone quadcopters from the great city of Chicago, who did his first, well, not first, he did a big live stream last week. I didn't get a chance to see it live, but let's see here. We got Dr. Ted here from Idaho. Drone shots. Where's Jody from? I don't forget where Jody's from. We got Lauren from Calgary, Canada with us. We got Arco Drone Solutions in Colorado. Treetop.
Did you get Ray Kelly already?
Pardon?
Did you get Ray Kelly already?
Ray Kelly from New York, soon to be Florida. We got which is our old friend. He's changed his channel again. He was recently he had the Xeno back in the old days. He's changed his channel name a couple times. He's Chicago. He flies the Altel now. He won the Altel.
Oh yeah.
At CES this year.
Yeah. I'm lost here for a second.
I can't think. So we got Steve back in here with us. We got Al Duranify in here with us from Virginia. We got Arishico is. We need Mike here to pronounce his name. The Crash Brothers, yes. Cigar Nation Wars. Bill's from is it Colorado? Bill's
in Colorado, yeah.
Up in the mountains. We have Treetop. We got Treetop Flyer. We got Fly Guy Morel 399.9. We got Jake Enterprise in here with us. We got Ken Hoffbauer in here with us, saying hello to everybody. Greg Pittman's with us. Hey, Greg, sorry, I didn't have my phone. Greg tried to call me earlier. I missed his phone call, and then we were going to shut him down to call him back. But I will get back to you tomorrow, Greg.
There's Drone Pool, Ron.
Drone Pool's in here.
Yeah.
Our FPV guy, Drone Pool, who also owns the Air 2. We Arco Drone, shout out everybody. We got Leonard in here. Leonard's sending his condolences over. Thank you so much. Anybody else who sent condolences, thank you so much. I think we've got everybody now.
Canadian Drone Hub.
Welcome, Roger. I'm going to stop because we got Mike Reynolds in here. I think Mike's from Minneapolis. So we're going to stop here and just.
Ron, you know what everybody's here for, don't you?
Mark, what are they here to? Are they here to see my new RC car?
Oh yeah, look at that!
Boxing desert truck just in for review here.
Oh, that thing looks mean.
And look, the battery's even cool with the, kind of the
carbon fiber look.
Carbon fiber batteries too. And look too, one of those little hard cases for the OM4.
Oh, nice, very nice. Anybody that hasn't tried out an OM4, let me tell you what, that is a handy little tool.
We got some gadgets in here, the old standard controller here. Oh, look, and we have the Yagis for the Mavic Air 2 series controller, which also would fit the Mavic Mini controller if I ever get a Mini 2 back again. And also, hey, look at this, Mark, because I got one of those tablet holder things for the Anafi and the too.
I hate to tell you, it doesn't work worth a damn.
I can't get the fit.
Yeah, I messed around with mine for hours and hours, Ron.
Send it back.
With the darn. Yeah.
All right. Well,
hey, we got a couple of call outs here. DeMarco is here, and FSU grad 03, and David Perthwest RC is just in the house.
Oh, welcome everyone. Matt Cunda from Florida is in here with us now.
Yeah.
You all the way from over in Ireland's here with us tonight.
Ron, you're keeping us on the edge of our seats.
Well,
you really are.
It was a sad day. I've posted the video. I put the link in here earlier. If you haven't seen the video yet, I took our beloved Mavic Mini 2 out a couple days ago to get some scenic footage of the changing the leaves here. It took a long time for them to change down here in the end of the summer of South Jersey, but they finally changed. I got the Mini up. Man, it was flying great. I had it out, 3,500 feet. Perfect signal. I was up, over 300 feet. Wind wasn't bothering at all. It was recording cinematic video. I could have looked like a bigger drone was up there. No problems whatsoever. Had a great first flight or whatever. I do a return home. Drone comes, goes up. I have it go up to about 200 feet in the air. Come back to me, lands within a couple of feet of where I'm standing on the edge of the shore there. This is a lake I'm on. So, but still have like a little sand there. They like a little fake sand beach by the lighthouse. So perfect, no issues whatsoever. And then my wife says to me, "Oh, look, there goes the boaters, the people that row.
The crew boats.
Crew boats. They went back soon." So I hot swapped you. Dude, you know what hot swapping is, don't you, Marcus?
Oh yeah, all you do is turn off the drone, slap in another battery, fire the drone back up. As soon as you get a connection, off you go.
Great explanation.
Al Duran taught us that. Al
Duran, the inventor of the hot swap.
Yeah.
I hot swapped it, put a full battery in, set it back up.
And Al Duran never crashes a drone, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Never crashes.
He should have been the crash expert we brought in.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so I got 23 satellites. I only take it. I think it was about roughly 250 feet away from me, 35 feet up in the air. Perfect, nothing in the way. I'm in a rural area, in a rural lake. No cell towers like at what's the school you go to, Marcus? What's the school cell tower?
I was typing and I wasn't listening.
I'm sorry, I messed up. I said, what's that place you go to? The cell tower, the school there.
Oh yeah, the school right next door to me.
Yeah, that didn't have a name.
Discovery School.
But I got no cell towers. I got no metal. That lighthouse isn't even a real lighthouse. It's just a fake lighthouse. It doesn't even have any equipment in it, right? So I'm flying out there, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at my FPV screen. I see the same thing you showed on your Snake River video, Marcus. The drone looks like it's circling or spinning, spiraling downwards. I mean, not by line of sight, but just what I'm seeing on the iPad Mini 5, the official iPad of the Philly and Ron show. Links down below, folks. I see that same spiral. So I remember what you and Lauren told me on the live show last week. You said hit the mode button, like whatever mode you're flicking. If you're normal, flick it over to sport or whatever. I think I was in cinematic mode, so I switched it over to normal. I think I even switched it over to sport too. So I changed modes. I didn't recover anything. At this point, I have no control of the drone at all. But then I hit the return home, and and I said to Susan, okay, I lost connection. Even if it doesn't respond to my hitting of the button, return home, it'll go into automatic loss of connection, return home. It'll go up 200 feet. It'll come right back to me. I mean, it was so close to me, I could almost swim out and get it, right? But all of a sudden, Susan's looking at it, and it doesn't raise at all, and it's going like the opposite direction of where I flew it out. I won't say a beeline, but it looked like it was moving pretty good, like the wrong direction. It didn't raise whatsoever. And of course, I have no FPV, and once it got behind like this tree line, I couldn't even see it. So, Susan kind of knew where it went, so we drove there. It was close by. And it was kind of getting dark at that point. So we thought we knew the house we went to. Susan thought she knew the tree. So we knocked the door. The lady was real nice. She let me look around the yard. I didn't find it. And then she took my name and number in case they found it the next day. And sure enough, that's the good ending of the story. She said her neighbor found it the other day. It was wasn't submersive water, but was kind of on the edge of the water in front of their house. So, I go recover it the next day. I take them out both a nice box of chocolate, whatever, as a reward recovery of the drone.
Because you're a nice guy, Ron.
But anyhow, so that's the story. I'm going to bring our crash expert.
Hey, Ron
is in the green room right now. I think he's finished his strip now. So we're going to bring this man knows more about flying over water and everything.
I want to point something out real quick, though, Ron. I want to point something out real quick
before we bring our expert in.
Yeah, Stephen Ewing already found the problem. He solved the case of your lost drone.
He's our crash expert tonight?
Yep. He said the wind came all the way from the Snake River Canyon.
It swept it
over to Lake Lenape or Lenape.
Lenape. That's an Indian. Lenape's our Indian tribe.
And took your drone.
Well, that could be true, but I have level 5 wind resistance in the Mini too.
That's right.
Level 5 resistance, no problem. We're going to bring a man that flies that Mini in the high winds off the Delaware River. Now, we got to ask him, why is the man who lives in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia flying the Delaware River? Should he be flying on the PA River or the Philly River? But with no further ado, we're bringing in our expert.
No! Where am I?
Our brother-in-law, Philadelphia, the home of Rocky, the cheesesteak.
Is this the Philly and Ron show? Is this Tuesday? It's not Tuesday. Oh, shit. It's the wrong night, guys. Hey, let me just tell you, what's up with the guacamole? Nobody had no freaking guac. They gave me peanuts in the back.
It was extra spicy, Mike. Watch it tonight.
I did. There's no guacamole at all.
What about the potato salad? Potato salad was good.
Well, you ate. They gave me peanuts and raisins. Peanuts and freaking raisins. What's up with that? Anyway, yeah, Ron, I didn't see the flight. Did you fly it yet?
Did you want to play a little clip?
Yes, play a little clip so I can diagnose. I mean, I think I watched it, but I just want to get in it.
We'll cut through all the rigmarole. We'll get right down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, let's get to the nitty gritties.
We like nitty gritty on this show. So let me get the producer here working on all the screen sharing, stuff, junk. Let's see here. Did we have it here? Play. Now we gotta get to the good part.
It's close.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's a good part.
Okay, here's everything's going well on the
Everything's
first.
Beautiful. Sounds like a porno.
Oh, now this music doesn't sound good.
Oh shit! He's going. What did I call him? Philly to come in and watch this for? Oh shit! Yeah, a little orangey there. Okay, everything's good. Ronnie's chasing. Okay, we're looking.
Trying to get ourselves positioned in the back of this boat here. We're gonna make a move in a second.
This is what I think. Yeah, this is where you come around and you want to get the side view of the boats, right?
Because I got that sun off to the right there. It's
Correct.
awful.
Correct.
So you always try to get the drones back to the sun.
Okay, here we go. It's beautiful, Ron. What an amazing drone, this Mini. I love it.
What's the greatest drone ever?
Okay.
We'll get, okay, here we go.
Shima. I'm sorry.
Here it is. A faithful flight started.
Uh-oh. Now is this now stop. Stop right there. What happened?
I lost the signal. Now I no longer control the drone.
We're at high speed. Oh shit. Rockily clackily branches. I can feel them. There it is. Oh God.
Hey, so
okay, now here you can see it on the map. Check it on the map.
But what everybody needs to understand is Ron was not seeing that on FPV because his FPV was dark.
That's what I'm asking, Ron. When
you're my voice down here,
what happened? Did it black out?
Spinning around here a couple I don't know how to turn my voiceover down. It's pretty harsh at this point. So I'm trying to get the best angle to film.
Yes, AJ, it fell in the water.
But you can see my satellites. You can see my distance. Went perfect. I flew down to the.
Yeah, but what is this? Is this your flight? This is your flight map here?
Yeah, the flight map. It's a it's an app.
I don't trust that, Ron. The flight logs aren't. They're not exact. I've done some flights around here and tried to look at my flight logs, and they're flight logs. Yeah, flight logs. And they, for some reason, they're not exactly what it's just, they're not, I don't know if they're just 100%. I guess they are, but I'm not seeing it.
What did you do here? Just kind of hovering around.
I'm seeing it just drift all around there.
And if you can see on the side of the river I'm on, if you can see that first outlay of the house is the house I went and talked to the lady, but the drone actually landed in front of the second house.
So Ron, can I ask you a couple questions here? You could kill it here. I think we see it.
I don't go very far away from myself. I'm only flying about 35. But a couple more seconds and this is over.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to.
It's going out. It's going out to the boaters. And then you'll see it all of a sudden when it loses connection, it makes that beeline over to the shore. And all of a sudden, I lose my FPV. I get that spinning that you saw at the end of the last video. Similar to what Marcus Crawford got in his.
Yeah, hold on.
First time with his Mini too. So I jumped the gun right now. It's still here where I've lost all connection. And, I changed the mode button as Lauren had told me to do to sport mode, and it hit turn home. But it's totally going on home. I was never in that area. Now it's crashed into a tree. I just fallen in the water, so eventually I can't connect to the drone at all. All right, you see me. It's falling and I can't get up. So, Mike, after seeing all that footage, what would your initial analysis be?
Well, I wanted to know when the funeral was, because when I watched your video, it's so funny to hear your, it went down today. I lost the drone. It was like somebody died, and your whole feeling, isn't it funny how when
they are like our children, drones, aren't they, Mike?
They are. What is it? What's the matter with us? What's the matter? Why do we love plastic?
We get lives. Is that what you're saying?
There's something wrong with us. We're in love with plastic, man.
Well, I mean, what's the difference? What about people that are in love with golf clubs and little white balls?
Yeah, tell me about it. That's right.
And people that say we pay a lot of money, it's cheaper than playing golf.
It is. But the problem happens is when you love the piece of plastic more than my own children. Yeah.
Where our children live?
Yeah, where my wife sleeps.
Hey, Mike, is somebody behind you waving a white flag?
Oh, shit. What are you doing? Oh, she wants to walk by. She's naked. Hold on. Let me get Gadget. Walk by. She's naked. Yeah, she's naked. Hold on. Yeah, they can still hear Sharon. No, stop it. Get it out of my face. Because you get up. Okay. No, wait,
you use all our money to buy drones. I can't buy clothes.
Did you hear that? You didn't hear that, did you?
Well, that was censored, Mike.
Okay, good. Thank you.
We're still monetized. We're still making the big money. Before you, we have to stay monetized.
Okay, this is what I want to say. First of all, Marcus, I love that freaking thing. It's amazing. Guys, this drone. Now, the link is in the description, but it's amazing. And we're not just telling you it's amazing. This freaking drone, sell the rest of your shit. You don't need it anymore. I'm telling you. I did a video yesterday, guys, and I'm going to get to your thing, but I did a video yesterday. Now, if anybody was in Philly, we had 30-mile-an-hour winds before the storm, before it unleashed upon us. We had about 30-mile-an-hour winds gusting to 50, 60. So what does Philly Mike have to do? Oh, yeah, I had to take the Mini up to see if it can handle it. Can it handle the truth? So I took it down to a safe place so it didn't hurt anybody. The paper plane, You don't want it hitting anybody in the head.
You gotta be careful.
A headache. You know, maybe it's get their hair messed up. You don't want to do that. So I took it down to the river, and Ron, it blew away. It blew away in normal mode. I did a circle around the boat, and the thing just blew away. Bye-bye.
Did you remind the drone to have when level 5 wind resistance?
It did. I was saying, but you have level 5. Come back. And I don't know if it was that or the reminder, but then it clicked. What would Lon do? He's not here, but what would Lon do? So I flipped it into sports mode, because that's what Lon would do. And bam, I was like, it was like a new drone. The level 5 kicked in, and I went from going a negative 10 miles an hour back to a positive 5. And I was making ground. And I got it back. And with a little bit of problem, but I got it back. I got the Mini 243. Guys, this is not 249. Weigh your Mini. It's 242. With the little light on it, it's 249. I put a Firehouse beacon on it, which is 7 grams. So 242 and the 7 is 249. I still make the weight, and I could put my Firehouse light on it. But so we got it back.
You were flying in the dark?
No,
night flight?
This was during the day, but sometimes I fly with the beacon during the day because I'm blind.
Yeah, I'm blind. Yeah.
The big light.
You probably had a phone in your pocket.
Yeah. But let me tell you. So first of all, I want to say that the drone is amazing. Now, if I would have had a Mavic 2 Pro, yeah, it would have been a lot easier to fly. But when do you get 30-mile-an-hour winds? You know what I mean? We don't get days like that. If you had 15-mile-an-hour winds, it'd be fine, you know? So all I'm trying to say is, guys, for you newcomers, if you can't afford the bigger drones, don't worry. You're good. Pick up the Mini. The link is in the description. Get 2, get 3. It's not in my description. It's somebody's description. Pick it out.
Mike, I think Marcus has a mini point here.
Go ahead, Marcus. I can't hear you. He's there you go.
You muted.
Yeah, I was muted there, guys. My lovely bride was talking to me. So, but yeah, so this is just the Mini 1. My Mini 2 is still in that DJI.
It is.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yours went down.
And Marcus, have you got any updates on that repair yet?
Yeah, well, we might as well talk about that. So Mike, and probably to update Mike, the drone never crashed.
No, yours. I watched your video, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it was wind, Marcus. I think you hit a freaking swirling hole somewhere in there. There's got to be all kinds of swirling loops and downdrafts coming, and it just wrapped the whole of that piece of paper. And woo. But
hey, and on that note, Marcus, I thought of this real fast. I wonder if my drone would have been as high as yours was. It would have had time to recover itself and eventually go to return home. But because I was so low, it did not have the time to recover like yours did.
Yeah. And Lauren is telling me I was muted. But anyway, I did talk to Lauren, and he convinced me to send the drone back into DJI so they could look it over and assess it, right? Well, I have news on that. I just right before the show, and I literally
breaking news, folks. Breaking news.
This is breaking. Where's Bill at? He's going to make a video.
Yeah,
he's working on it now.
Minutes before the show, I got an email from DJI, and the main board was bad in that drone, so they have replaced the main board, and they're fixing it all up, and they're sending it back to me all under warranty.
Good job.
Which brings me to the subject, and I'll bet you'll agree with this, both of you guys. That's why you buy DJI drones. Now, just think if this would have been something like the Femi or a Hubsan, whatever. You would never get that kind of service. You just wouldn't. And in this case, I sent it in less than a week ago. I'm going to probably have it back in 3 or 4 days. So in less than 2 weeks, I'll have 100% resolution and a fully repaired drone.
Wow.
At no cost to me. So I'm just pretty tickled with with DJI.
Yeah, you know, and let me, I, if you don't mind, I'd like to respond to that as well.
Yeah.
I've had some experience with my Mavic 2 Pro recently, or at least within the year. And how long ago was it, hon?
No, what you said, if you don't mind. Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, but it was within the last year. And hey, that's why we're married. Shut
Sharon's awesome. Tell Sharon we love her.
Shut up, or I'm going to come over there and slap you. Anyway, okay. So,
you were saying,
train of thought. She's waving a boob at me. Hey, get out of here. Anyway,
we're just not waving the white flag anymore.
So my point is that I was expecting a nightmare, a freaking nightmare, and I didn't get it. In fact, they sent me a freaking brand new drone, or at least was it said it was brand new. It was probably, you know, refurbished, but who cares? It was new in a box. The freaking thing had the stickers on it. And the killer was the drone I sent to them had about 350 hours of flight time on it. So I know for a fact the thing they sent me back had less hours than that.
Low miles
on it. And it flew perfectly. I'm still flying that drone today. And this all happened within 7 days. So I was all ready to make a video and slam DJI for their customer service. Look, it sucks. And I got to tell you, I was impressed. The only thing that I think they need to change, so that you hear it from me, so you don't think I'm praising them big time, is they need to change the speaking, the people. If they can just put you to a person that understands English in the beginning, things you wouldn't feel so lost, and you wouldn't have to repeat yourself 15 times. That's the only thing. But once we got through that stage and that they knew what the problem was, it takes a few times. You need patience to keep saying it over and over again, and then they get it wrong and you say it again. Once we got past that stage, wowzers, man, the thing was to us. Before I can even, miss the first one, we had a new one, and I was 100% satisfied. And what it did for me is when I got the Mini, I bought refresh. I made sure I get that refresh. Even if you don't use it, guys, it really worked to $39 on.
Yeah, that's three of us. All three of us have got that.
Thanks to Marcus, he sent me the link for the refresh on the Mini too. So even if they come back and say it was my fault, and I still could just take one of my refreshes and get a new one. So I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm still going to have a
third eye.
But what do you think the chances of them coming back to me and telling me I had a bad border also?
Well, here's the thing, Ron. I don't, and forgive me for saying this, I don't know if I believe them 100%, but who cares? Just give me a new drone. I don't really care. I think, they look at your log. They're saying, hey, you're saying to them, the drone did this, X, Y, and Z. You have the insurance. Hey, we'll give you a new one. I think it's just easy for them to say, hey, the board was bad. Here you go. So I don't know if I just don't, but that could be me. I just don't trust the companies. Did they show you a part? Did they show you the board burnt out? I mean, I guess that's what I look for in Philly.
Two things to point out here. Coast to Coast Drones is saying, hey, can you turn off the optical flow? You cannot do that on the Mini. I've heard of people putting a piece of tape over it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think I would try that. Yeah. And also, Jet Martin makes a really good point here. Yep. He is saying that it could be a main board as well, a systemic issue. And I think that might be the case because we've heard of other issues with this drone. So it's very, very possible.
Hey, I'm going to address Lauren's comment real quick and then move on. Yes, Lauren, I would like you to look at my flight logs. But my question is, I've already sent the drone in. How do I send you the flight logs?
They're on your phone, Ron.
Okay, so I will get to you, Lauren, and find out how to send them to you, and we'll get them to you.
We'll
have you on the show.
Third Eye is saying he's getting 21 satellites, but he keeps getting messages saying no GPS. Something like that, I would send the drone back.
I would absolutely, Third Eye View, absolutely send that in. Open a ticket with, go to support on the DJI web page. Open a ticket. It's very simple to do. You can it'll walk you right through it. Very easy. They even send you or they give you a link to print the postage for it. You take it into UPS and they'll send it in, and then you'll hear back from DJI. And a drone that new, they're going to warranty everything, and I'm willing to bet that they'll give you the benefit of the doubt,
Absolutely.
even if it is somewhat operator error, which I don't think it is. Absolutely not in your case,
Correct.
Ron. But even if that was, just like you said, Ron, well, people complain, well, is it too low to the water or not? Well, that's not a valid excuse to me. Why else do we have these drones if we can't fly them over the water?
Yeah, a good point. Both of you guys fly over big rivers. Phil, do you buy into anything that, because I was flying 35 feet over the water, that was the reason the drone went haywire?
No, and I'll tell you why. If you were lower, I might.
And remember, it wasn't much of a question because at that point the river was dark. It wasn't like there was a mirror or glass there. The water was probably pretty dark and murky to the drones down.
Ron, I fly a lot over the water down here, and I can tell you that under 15 feet, I would say, let's play it safe, under 20, but I would say even a little lower. I'll say 15. It does do some weird things. It sinks, it goes, it just doesn't feel right.
Well, let me give you a good explanation of that. So with this guy, with the Mini 1, I was flying over the Boise River one time, and I was actually bringing it into land, and I had to go between a couple of trees, and I had to get it pretty low. But it was over a part where there were rapids in the river, right? Fast moving water. Well, the drone started moving sideways with those rapids. Yeah. And it took me a second it didn't take me a second. I didn't figure it out until afterwards. I was able to take control of the drone, right? I could overpower the movements that the drone was making with the sticks. And I brought it in. And as soon as I got it over land, it was fine. It stopped, right? Again. So what it was doing is that downward facing camera was following that moving water. Yep. And it took me a while to figure out that was what was going on. But I think as long as you're aware of that, yep, and you understand, you can use the sticks to overcome it.
What I think in your case, Ron, what I think happened is that the drone went into ADI mode for whatever, and I'm seeing that a lot on mine, where it's just and again, on windy days it's happening more, but then it sticks again. It's the weirdest thing. And I think it has something to do with the weight. I really do, because it's a paper plane. This thing is paper, but it just drifts. It just starts.
Yeah. I mean, positive view. But if I would have lost connection, I'm from old school. I flew before GPS.
You'd have been fine.
I had no, I've lost all control. And Mike, I'm going to ask you a serious question. With a DJI drone, is there an expectation that when you lose connection between the drone and the controller, that the drone automatically goes into return to home mode and follows whatever parameters you have set as far as height?
It's correct. It should go into fail-safe mode. Now, right. But in your case, I don't think it had enough time, because it started to drift, and it usually takes 10 seconds before it goes into fail-safe. You crashed within that 10 seconds. It was pretty fast. What I would do next time, this is my opinion. First of all, Ron, that was not your fault. If you lost, how are you going to fly if you can't see?
Right.
So right there, as soon as you lose your connection, I wash my hands. You can't fly if you can't see. However, learn from whatever experience life throws at you. What I would do next time is, if that happens, most of the time you still have control with the sticks. Immediately push up, because height is your friend. When any drone, and I learned that because I fly in a city. So we got poles, freaking pigeons, everything you can imagine. So when anything goes wrong, whoa, I'm pushing up. Sometimes it comes back and I see my height. It's at 690 feet and I get my picture back. But it's okay. No planes were killed. No bodies were damaged. Now that I have control, I can bring it down below 400 feet and bring it back. Height will also give you your signal back because if it's higher up, it can talk to your radio better. So if you learn from it, Ron, if it ever was to happen again, you obviously, number one, you don't panic. You keep pointing at the drone and you push the stick up and you just pray for the best and if you don't get the drone back, like you said, you hope. That's why I fly DJI. They come back 99.9% of the time. They come back. And so, but in that case, I don't, that's the only, if you want to blame yourself, if you feel like blaming yourself, because that's what I would do, blame yourself for not being as high. That's it. But don't blame yourself.
But you saw the point I had flying low was if I had been 300 feet, you wouldn't have seen those boats. Those boats were chance. So the reason I was flying at the height I was flying at, and I had a unobstructed line of sight. So I was never flying 35 feet if there was something in the way of the signal, even though this rock can sing too. But I had a complete uncluttered line of sight at 35 feet in the air.
And you know what? I compliment you, buddy, because you are a photographer first. You know what I mean? And well, you're a drone flyer too, but you're good at photography. And you noticed that the sun was coming in an angle that it was coming. You didn't like that, and you were trying to fix your video, your photo. So you were doing what comes natural to you. You didn't fly it into a tree. I mean, if you can't see, you can't.
There were no trees in the middle of the lake.
You confirm that? Yes, you can confirm it.
Well, so another point is, the whole reason of having a precise little drone like this is to fly it low to the ground. And, it's supposed to be a precision product and you should be able to fly.
What you want.
What about Agent A's comment here? Think GPS comes via your phone? I don't think it does, right? The drone, it gets its own GPS. It doesn't rely on the phone, right?
Right. It's got its own GPS module in there, Ron. The only thing they will do is the GPS and the GPS on your phone will talk to each other so that they know, okay, I'm so far from the controller.
It'll give you the maps. That's what you want GPS for and what you want signal for. But even after you get that, the app caches it and you can then shut it all off. Now, can I ask you, Ron, did you have Bluetooth on your phone? Did you have Wi-Fi? I
believe everything was, I don't think, first of all, I used an iPad Mini 5.
Oh, well, you doing the pad of the Philly and Ron show?
I used the official tablet of the Philly and Ron show, and the only thing I had turned on was, I had what do you call it when you link it to your phone's Wi-Fi, just so the maps would be
tethered. You had a tether.
I didn't have it to the phone's Wi-Fi so that my maps would be updated. I know you can cache the maps ahead of time, but I wanted my maps live and changing.
Ron, stop beating yourself up, bud. This shit happens to drone flyers. And I'm telling you, I wish more people would post it because I know it's sort of like an embarrassment. Oh, I smashed the drone. I'm glad you posted it because we all smashed the frickin' things, all of us.
Hey, did you see Coast to Coast comment up there about recent fur upgrades extended the OF? I'm just thinking it's faulty. I got a call from Brian Singleton of True Drone Reviews last week. He said a lot of his people reported to him that the latest fly update. That was not the one that hit Friday, but the one before that messed the Mini 1 up.
Messed up this guy, yeah.
Flyaway problems with the Mini 1 on the before fly update before the one that came out like on Friday.
And DJI immediately updated that app. Yeah, just very, very, very quickly. Yeah.
Who's Place It Here? Who is he? Anybody know Place It Here? He's been torturing me.
Who's
got a channel called Place It Here? Who is
Place It Here?
Place It Here is the name of the channel. He keeps sending me $5. Stop sending me $5. Stop.
You're going to put Mikey in a higher tax bracket.
Yes, you're gonna kill me. I'm gonna owe you a fortune.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mark, confirm that you shouldn't lose connection at 35 feet above the water.
yeah.
And that's true. Right.
He said something nice, which I was reading in the chat, and he said, which is perfectly right. Yes, the drones are made to fly low. It's kind of cool that you can do it, but over land, over water, I think everybody should be scared. And I learned it the hard way. There was this one shot, Marcus, I wanted to get. You have to come up over a railing, and then the USS freaking Saratoga or whatever the freaking name of the ship is that's down there. And I wanted to come up over, there's a ledge. I come up over the railing, and then I wanted to get real close to the water. I mean, like inches, and then come up onto the battleship. So I practiced this shot for weeks. And finally, every time I did it, I got a little lower and a little lower with my Mavic 2 Pro. And one time, a couple times, well, the first time I got within 3 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet. It was close. And I crapped myself simply because the drone was no longer in control. It just acted like it was possessed. It was sinking. I was pushing up. It was going down. It didn't know what and it scared the living shit out of me. And then I learned later, I asked questions and learned that with the water moving, it was sending the drone on its way. And
well, Mike, I agree with what you're saying. I wouldn't fly a couple feet off the water.
Just be scared.
But if you're 10 or 15 feet above the water, I think
you should be fine. Yeah, I think you should be fine at that.
Yeah. So you say as long as you're about more than 10 feet up there, you should be good in most situations.
I would say always be careful.
In your experience. Yeah.
My experience,
be on your toes, right? Be on your toes.
On my toes when I'm over water, because let's face it, kerplunk. You can't go pick the parts up. Even with DJI Care Refresh, unless you got little, freaking waders on the thing, it's bye-bye. So I'm always careful. But if you set a height limit of, let's say, 20 feet and say I'm never going to go below 20 feet, you should be good. It should be like flying a drone, normal.
Hey, let me get the Jet Mark and Fly Guy Morale 399.9 in the chat. Yeah, the winds, I'm going to say I had about 5 miles sustained and maybe gusts 7, 8 miles per hour, which is as good as it gets here in New Jersey. We're quite windy because we have the ocean on one side, we have the Delaware River on the other side of us. So we always have wind here. So that to me, that's almost a no-win situation where I'm in South Jersey if I'm at around 5 miles sustained and less than 10 gusts. And even if it was more than above 100 feet, we all know it was at 35 feet. So what the winds I'm telling you was the winds at 35 feet. So
first of all, if you look at the sensors and see what they're rated at, obviously, if you kept it over the rating, you're 100% safe. But in real life scenarios, things don't always work that way. So that's why I'm saying 20 feet. It also is going to depend on what your water's doing. If the water's calm as can be, it's a freaking black.
Okay, so let me throw this at you then, Mike. With the last firmware update, they just updated the downward facing sensors on the Mavic Air 2 to, I can't remember what they said, 30 meters or something like that.
30 meters.
Yeah, which is
that's what is it? 100 feet, 90 feet?
Well, yeah, that's that. So you're telling me
you couldn't go 90 feet underwater? That's
I don't buy that. Yeah,
I don't buy it either.
Yeah.
Now, but what I do buy is that you would be 100% safe if you went above that. You know what I mean? Yes. At that point, your sensors are not going to be affected by water because you're over that limit. But I would still say 20, 25 feet, and again, let's face it, we're flying piece of technology that's freaking amazing. I mean, let's get your head around this. This is a freaking 249 gram. Now, guys, if you've never picked up a Mini, go pick up a Mini. It feels like a piece of paper, and we're sending them 3 and 4 miles away from our home point. and controlling them at 30 miles an hour, 33 miles an hour, and getting 4K video from a piece of paper 4 miles away, 400 feet up in the air. That's amazing. That is just, technology has gotten so freaking good. But at the same time, when you're dealing with that, anything can go wrong.
So let me add one more thing to what you were just saying, though, Mike. And it's $450.
Yes, it's cheap. Well,
$450.
That's amazing. Amazing. Yeah. And there's nothing out there that's going to beat this. I mean, any other company, the drone might go faster. It may even look better. But the quality that you're getting, and the quality I'm talking about is when that thing's up in the air and you're not touching it and you're not looking at it. What do you got? Do you have something? You absolutely do, because
and even more to your point, at the low end of the market, like this under $500 price point, the camera difference between the either Mini and the competing products from Hubsan and FEMI and anybody else out there, that's when you see the real difference of whatever is at the low end. I mean, you know, people are complimenting me about the video I took on before the fatal flight of the fall colors. Thank you very much. But Mike, on your video, you released so many videos. I don't know if it's your latest video. The latest one I watched where you flew the train. One you added where you flew the train. When you came back to where you yourself was on that little pier, the fall colors on those trees, the bushes on that little pier, were as I got in the woods at the lake or whatever. Those colors were just popping or whatever. And I know that was basically unedited. You just came in and that's the way they looked.
Guys, and that, yes. The video that I put out, I've never gotten so many great, fantastic comments. I mean, I do that every day. I didn't realize people love that so much, but I chased this train. And let me tell you,
this is a 3-minute video we're talking about here too.
Yes. And guys, oh my God, what a freaking Mini, a Mini. I chased a train and stood on. I mean, of course I didn't beat it. But if you time it right, you can get a 3-minute video on the side of a freaking movie.
You chased it all the way to New Jersey.
Right over to Jersey. And guys, I was within 10 feet of that train. There was no camera work. There was no zoom. I didn't zoom. I didn't freaking work the shit. I video recorded my screen captured it, and put it up to YouTube. I put a beginning and an end, and I put it to YouTube. There was no color correction, nothing. And that's what came out of that camera.
Hey, Mike, does the city of Philadelphia know you're not paying the bridge toll when you go to New Jersey? What's that bridge toll is like, what, $5-6 now?
Yeah, $5. And I keep going back and forth. That's a fortune. I keep crossing, Ron.
and Ben Franklin, he needs his money.
Oh, that's amazing. The first videos excuse me, guys, the guacamole sucks, so I'm eating peanuts.
Oh, and the chips were delicious tonight too.
But not only can it chase a train, but it can go around 1,000-foot building in 10 mile an hour winds. So at 1,000 feet, it had to be 30. Now it was going slow. And you did get a little bit of a neck jerk, but it did it. It freaking did it.
So, Mike, I got to tell you, watching that video, I was holding my breath watching that video.
So was I.
That's what I was going to say. I can't believe you weren't peeing your pants and holding your breath at the same time.
Yeah, I came right home. I changed my shorts. I kissed the drone. But I'll tell you, when the camera does the little jerk thing, oh, man, that gets your heart pumping because you're not sure. I've had a drone shot out of the sky before, and that's what it looks like. It goes like this, and then it goes.
So when you say shot out of the sky, you are saying literally somebody with a rifle.
Shot my drone out of the sky. Yep, and he hit it. It was it. Now, well, that's what it looked like. There was a hole in the bottom. I heard a boom. And a blink, and it. So I put the three together, picked up the drone, sent it to DJI with a hole in the bottom and something rattling in the inside. So I don't know. To me, I was either a pellet or something. Somebody shot it out. Had to be.
Before I think we even talked about the same video when you flew amongst the giants there. The video when that helicopter followed you at the end. Whatever happened when you landed the drone in that video? Did that helicopter go away, or was he still watching you, or how did that end after you stopped recording?
It's funny you mention that because yes, the helicopter was there absolutely for me, 100%. Yes. After I landed the drone, they were, let me tell you something. If you're going to be a responsible drone flyer, if you see a helicopter, you should land your drone. So I think that's what they do. If they see your radio go on and they put themselves close. Once they do that, my flight's over. I got to land. So I brought the thing back. When I landed, he came over top of me. I landed the drone. I looked up. I waved at him, and he wasn't gone. So I got my cell phone out and started videoing him. And and said, "Hey guys, check it out." I was going to hopefully post it. And sure enough, he drifted off and went away.
Wow.
And
so
I was on him.
He was there for you.
He had to be. I mean, I didn't talk to the guy, so I don't know. But I would think he would. He would. I wasn't flying William Penn. I wasn't doing anything. However, I was close to the Comcast building, and I think they're kind of closing all that down now. So I'm glad I got 5 terabytes of video up here.
I'm amazed they could even spot the little mini.
I don't think they could spot it, Ron. I think when you turn your radio on, bam, they get a signal that says there's a drone flying.
So, Mike, was this a recent video?
Last week sometime.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And it's a short one too. It's like a 10-minute one or something.
Okay, well, we'll have to look at it.
Yeah,
hey, Drone Shots is waiting for the Mini 3 now, since the Mini 2 has all these issues.
I'll tell you, the Mini 2.
Speaking of the Mini 3, can I give you the Mini 3 rumors already? You know, in the front of the Mini 2, the one I don't have anymore, it has that little lights up there that blink. You can change the color.
I'll get one during a flight. Good.
Supposedly, they had toyed around and put obstacle avoidance sensor in that, but at the last minute they went against it and just put that light in. But they think the Mini 3 will have.
I can confirm that.
Billy Kyle told us that.
I can confirm that. Yes, I absolutely can confirm that. That was 100% supposed to be an obstacle avoidance thing. And at the last minute, they were having serious issues with it, and they dropped it out. And they put a freaking LED in it, which I'm glad they did. I'm glad they didn't put obstacle avoidance. I mean, come on. It's a freaking Mini. Keep that shit off of the Mini. That's what I'm saying.
So let me add one more thing to this whole thing about the Mini 2 and the Mini 1. I'll tell you why this Mini 1 is going to stay in my fleet, even having the Mini 2. And that is because of the lithium-ion batteries in this guy. I can have them all charged up.
Yeah.
I can leave this thing in my car.
Yeah.
And if I'm going someplace and I see a good spot to fly, I can just pull over, and those batteries are charged up and ready to go. And
those batteries are charged. Good point, Marcus.
Yeah. I absolutely agree with you. How do I mute my thing here, Ron? If I want to mute my.
The 3 dots beside the microphone thing.
I got it.
You muted? Okay. He's muted. So if we have any more questions about the Mini, the problems Marcus and I had, my accident, go ahead and get those questions in now. Marcus, you got something.
Well, I just wanted to point out one thing. And Ron, actually, I want to come clean and tell folks that, Ron told me about this situation with his drone a couple days ago.
Marcus helped me with the return process.
Yeah, we kept it on the down low because Ron wanted to get that video all edited and ran today. But one of the things that I warned him about was be prepared for comments, people writing comments that are going to tell you exactly what you did wrong and what you should have done. In my situation where I had the drone go out of control there in the canyon, I mean, there's something like 800 comments on that video now. I mean, a ton. and it's hilarious. People, and I know they mean well, but it's likely people that have never flown a Mavic Mini, have never flown into River Canyon, and they're telling you exactly what you did wrong. I mean, people were chewing me out for hitting return to home. People were chewing me out for putting it in sport mode, and on and on and on. I guess it's human nature, but it is interesting to see those kind of comments. And I knew that Ron's video would get people telling him exactly what he did wrong and what he should have done.
Mike, have you ever got any rough comments on any of your videos?
No, never. Never got any rough comments. No, they love me, Ron. Everyone is how much they love.
Hey, let me add to that. I think most people mean well, so I'm not saying that they mean well, but
you'd be like a backseat driver type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Fair quarterback. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, did you guys see Ken Hoffbauer's comment? This is responding to Al, who said that he thinks it's a hardware issue with the Mini. Ken says, I hope DJI stops doing firmware updates between the Mavic Air 2 and the Mini 2. The Mavic Air 2 does not have any issues at this point. I'm worried that the cross-drone updates will screw that up. Do you think there's any validity to that comment, guys?
He might have something there. Because they're both flying on that app. If you really think about it, you know, a lot of this stuff goes to the app. I mean, I'm not a.
Listen, let me get right in the middle of that one, Mike. Let's go back to the Go 4 app that you flew the Phantom 4 with, and the Mavic Pro with, and the Mavic 2. So
the problems didn't cross.
Right.
We need to transition.
Yeah, good point, Marcus. Good point.
Oh, hey, and Marcus, a true top five, John of Drones was one of his channel names.
Tree Topper, what's up, flyer? I gotta love that.
Hey, Tree Topper flies the Evo 2 out in Chicago.
I got an Evo. I'm sorry.
We want to hear this. Guess what? How Treetop got his Evo? He signed up for the contest at CES. He got a free one sent to him.
No way. The 2?
The 2, yeah. He won a contest at the Autel booth at CES.
I hate the app. I hate it, but it's so far so good. I haven't flown it yet, Ron. I flew it. Well, I did fly it once. I got one video with it, and it wasn't supposed to go public. And I got in a fight with the wife and made things public, unpublic. I messed everything up. But there's going to be tons of videos on it. But I want to give it a chance. I don't want to put down a drone where I don't know the app. I don't know something. So
you got to put it through its paces first before you make any judgments. Yeah,
you're right.
I'm the same way. Like I didn't want to say a whole lot at first because I wanted to have a lot of flight time under my belt before I really started talking about good or bad.
Yeah, and then trust me, I'll kill it. If it deserves to be destroyed, I'll destroy it. But if it doesn't, I'm going to give it good things too. You know, so far, some of the camera stuff I've seen is the best I've ever seen. You know, but some of the app stuff I've seen really needs work as well. But then, you know, when I went over to iOS, I loved it. So it was just, you know, you know, the other thing, guys, all according to what you fly with, I don't know how well we all fly with our devices, and for all of us we use different things. That's why for the Philly and Ron show we use the Mini 5. It is our tablet of, what do you say, Ron? How do you say it?
It's the official tablet of the Philly and Ron show. Link's down below, folks.
There you go, and the link is down below. You got to get it because iOS runs all DJI products just freaking beautifully. The apps are clean. They're really done well. And at least that's my experience. Android, for some reason, is just a mess.
And we've said many times before, even though the smart controller is great, it's still not almost as good as the experience of the Apple and an iOS device.
So the biggest thing that the smart controller brings to the table is that it's quick to deploy, and the bright screen that stays bright all the time. Other than that, you're better off with that Mini 5.
Now, or
an iPhone, right? Yeah,
hey,
you got it. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
Which one did you get, Mike?
I got the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
You got the Max?
I got the Max. I got the Max, baby. And
Oh.
I made sure it was loaded with gigabytes.
Now, what was your bind? What made you get the Max over the regular Pro?
Well, I'll tell you why. I wanted something. I basically, if I could, you got the Max.
No, well, this is last year's, but
Okay.
I was pointing at the camera.
Well, that was one of the reasons that got me. Because, guys, if you're going to be a YouTuber, I got a Samsung Note 10 Plus, and it does everything I want. But here's the problem with it. I go out and I film with my Samsung, and then I have to get this footage over to my iPad or my iPad Pro to edit it, and then over to a computer or whatever to get it all up to YouTube. And it goes from Android to iOS to Windows. It's a mess. It's an absolute nightmare. Well, what if you had an ecosystem that if you filmed the video, it went right to the pad, and if you did something here and edited it, it went right to the computer. And so that right there was the main reason. If you're a freaking YouTuber, you gotta have iOS. It just works. Number one. Number two, the camera is amazing. The video and everything. So YouTubers show their whole life. We share our environment. Well, here it is. It's being shared. By the time I get home, it'll be on the iPad getting ready to be edited, or I can edit it right here. And when I get home, I can upload it on the freaking iMac or on the iPad Air or whatever I want to do. It's just so awesome to take a picture of your sister's ass here and get home, and your sister's ass is right on every other freaking device you have.
Without memory cards or Kent Myers up, it's just there.
No taking the little card. Exactly. Where's the little pin? I got to get the card out. Nothing. It's there. And if you buy your phone with 512 gigabytes in it, wowzer.
You'll never fill it up. Yeah.
I will not fill it up because Apple has a great way of putting all their videos and pictures in a small file form. So you can do it for years. And then when you want to view it, you view it in full freaking view. Well, why can't Android do that shit? Yeah, and guys, I'm not a freaking fanboy. Trust me.
Yeah. No Android hate mail here. We like Android too.
I love Android, and I'm keeping the phone, but I don't love it for YouTube. That's the thing. If you're going to try to be a YouTuber, you got to make things easy for yourself. You really do. And
hey, Mike, we got a message on the screen here. Stephen Ewing gave you a big compliment here. He just watched your training video. Major respect to you. Excellent. Fantastic. So that's our good friend Stephen Ewing over in Ireland. And Mike, maybe you can help Stephen Ewing out. He sent Marcus and I and Bill the Drone Reviewer an email asking us that he's trying to decide whether to get the Mini 2 or the Mavic Air 2.
Oh, that easy one. Just get the Air 2. Just get the Air 2.
He had an Air 2 before, but he had it stolen out of his car when he was at the hospital.
Yeah, so, get the Air 2.
He's thinking about maybe saving a little bit of money, replace it with the Mini 2.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the Mini 2. And if you are short for money, it's a tough one because that's why I would get it. That's why I would get it. Exactly, Marcus. Exactly. That's exactly why I would get it. Because that situation I told you about yesterday when we had 30-mile-an-hour winds and the Mini, although it came back, if you had an Air, you could fly. 100.
It would never even know about the wind. Plus,
and
sensors on the back.
Good job.
Sensors on the front.
Active track. All that. Now, it's $400 more, though, Marcus. That's the.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, this is money is no object situation, right? I mean, in other words, if you have the money, let's start at the beginning. If somebody came to me and they've never owned a GPS camera drone in their life, and they said, Marcus, what should I buy? Which camera drone should I buy? I want to fly a GPS camera drone. You know what I'd say? I'd say the Mavic Air 2. If you have the money, the Mavic Air 2. Yeah, I think a total beginner could take this drone, watch a couple of videos, get it up in the air, no problem, and pilot it without any kind of issue. Now, the same applies to the Mini, but for the reasons that you just enumerated, if you can afford it, of course, the Mavic Air 2.
Here's my point on all this stuff, guys. Though, this affording stuff. Here's the affording stuff. I would say, okay, say you think you can't afford the Air 2, and you get the Mini 2 Flymore kit for $600, but you have it for 6 months, and you realize that you need more drone, and then you go out and you buy the Air 2 kit, and now you spend another $979. Now you spent $1,500-$1,600, so you're really out more money than if you just would have just got the drone you needed in the first place and not bought 2 drones.
Correct.
So another way of thinking about spending money.
Okay, Ron's got the point there, and so that's what I would say too. But I want you to understand, we're not saying the Air 2 is a better drone, or at least I'm not anyway. It's a better drone because it's $400 more. It's got more things on it. So yeah, it's a better drone. But when it comes to the camera and when it's up in the ear, it's amazing. I'm talking about a calm day, guys. If I gave you the same controller, and we threw the Mavic Air up or the Mavic Mini up, it would be hard to tell what drone you're flying on a calm day. That's how good the Mavic Mini is. It's that good. It really is amazing. I don't know how they did it, but it's amazing. So for that price point, you can't beat it. Now, if you do have that little extra, I agree. Yeah, go for that little bit extra drone. Absolutely.
So the other advantage, particularly the way you fly, Mike, because you're always in an urban environment and often there's people around and so forth, I can see where the Mini 2 would have a big advantage for you in that it's so unobtrusive. People don't see it, and even if they do see it, it just looks like a toy, right? So they're not even going to give you a second look, as opposed to Yeah,
you're exactly right. They can't hear it either. That drone, the Mini 2, guys, is freaking wild.
Here's a question for both of you guys, probably especially for Mike, since you're still flying yours and Marcus are. Do you notice any difference in the OcuSync 2.0 performance between the Mini 2 and the Air 2? Is there any difference at all, or does it perform exactly the same between both drones?
Well, Marcus, let me hear your answer to this, because you fly in an unobstructed area. So I would guess that you're going to say you feel like they're the same.
The same.
Okay.
No difference that I've seen in of course, what I'm calling an urban environment is different than yours, Mike. But but even if I'm at the park where I know there's some Wi-Fi interference and stuff, no, I can't tell the difference between either one of them.
And I would say I haven't sent my Mini 2 yet. Video's coming where I will just freaking send it. That's when I'll know for sure. However, as of right now, I would have to say no as well. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. What stops me from putting that drone far away from me is it's light. And you really got to be careful. It's very deceiving, guys, because you think you got a lot of battery. The problem is if you're coming back and you're fighting that wind at all. Perfect example was yesterday. I went up full battery. I rode around the boat 70%. Well, I only had to go 1,000 feet. When I got home, I had 26%. Where did all that battery go from 1,000 feet? It went fighting the wind. So, you got to be careful.
You would do that on a non-windy day. Hey, I want to make one point here. Mike Kenny is saying in the chat that Costco has the Air 2 for $788.
Wow.
With an extra battery and a 128 gigabyte SD card.
I'll see you guys. I'm going to run down there right now. Have a good show.
That's an amazing. I mean, you can't beat that, guys, because the battery on the Air 2 is $100 right there. The extra battery. So now you're at $688. The card is another $40. You're at $600 and some odd dollars for an Air, which is about right, ain't it? If you think
but I mean, if I
it's a good price though.
If I was going to spend $600 on the Mini 2, or I could get what he's talking about, $788 with an extra battery and an SD card for $7.
Hold on. See, now let's think about this. $788 and you get one extra battery. You could buy a Mini 2 for how much? For what?
Well, $450. But if you get the Fly More kit, that's $599. Yeah.
But let's just get the Mini 2 with one extra battery.
Yeah, that's true. So then you'd probably be about $500.
About 500. And so I'm just trying to see what am I off. So it's 7, 8. So you're $300 cheaper. So it still holds that $300 to $400 difference, and you get what you pay for in this world with everything. So again, if you don't have a lot of money, I'm telling you guys, if you're not into drones, if you've never flown a drone, you're looking for your first drone, that's what the Mini 2 is for, and you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And there's great prices on the Mini 1 if you don't live in the city.
Well, you know what, Mike? You make an excellent point, because somebody that is, let's say, a tourist, a traveler, and just occasionally they want to get some aerial footage.
Yeah.
For this little guy for $400, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
And you can put it anywhere, guys. It is so freaking small. And let me tell you what they did. Let me take mine out so I can show you. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go through my green screen here. Oh shit! I'm going through the green screen. Can you see me? Oh yeah, you did. Oh shit! Here we go.
Shoot.
On the map, it's always a freaking wildness here in Philly.
So Ron, I'm going to ask you. Do you know if has DJI received your drone yet?
I did not check the tracking information, but I just gave it to UPS on Saturday and a UPS drop-off point. So I suppose it didn't actually get in the truck and start moving until today.
Yeah, Ron. So is yours going? I don't know. Does DJI?
Same place yours are. The place in California.
California. Yeah.
Ron, I got eternal pupil in my face.
Yeah, Eternal People gets the best drone footage of 2020 award.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. I didn't even read it. He was in my way. Thank you.
He was giving you a big compliment. You know what? Between all our shows, we should have a thing where we give drone awards of the year out. We should give, like, best drone video, video, action video. We should come up with our own, put our heads together, and we can call them the dronies out.
Marcus can make the trophies. He can put the trophies together. Look
at virtual trophies too.
But let me show you something. Oh shit!
Oh, that's probably.
Hey, we're all forgetting something. Jet Martin is making a point here that's a really good point that we all forgot about. That is that with the Mini 2, you're not going to have to mess around with remote ID, and that is a fantastic point.
Well, hold on. That's not totally true.
Oh, really?
Come the new year, you are going to be messing around with that shit. So no matter what you're flying, come the new year, you're going to have to register even the Mini 1 or 2. And as far as remote ID, I don't know if it's on the drone, but remote ID is going, when you turn your controller on, in order to be legal, it has to be connected to an internet. Soon as you go to the internet, they know who you are. So you're remotely ID'd right there. So I don't care if you're flying your freaking shoe. You're to fly legal, which sucks. By the way, that sucks. So you can say it with me. I don't agree with any of it anyway.
Yeah, I know they come and get you with helicopters no matter what you're flying, right, Mikey? Maybe not. The helicopters are still coming.
You were gonna show us something, Mike?
Yes, I was gonna show you something. Somebody's breaking my balls. He's killing me. Anyway, he's breaking my balls. I'm gonna kill you. Anyway,
looks like your brother's going to Costco too.
So check this out. Look at the Mini 2, and I want to show you my favorite piece on this drone. Are you ready? My favorite piece. This stupid freaking thing that came with it. Guys, look at what it does. Look at this. It's just a solid piece. You can juggle it. You can throw it. Hey, here he goes. He's going. You notice that nothing's flapping around. You can put it in your top pocket. I mean, there's nothing flapping on it. Now, I don't like them. I don't like them.
You like your stuff flapping?
Marcus, check this out. But check.
No, I know.
But look at how they thought this shit out. Let me show you this. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This little thing has the hook which fits into the hook, that little square.
Right.
And the props just nicely go right there. But then look, like, this is what I love. You hold this like this, and then you just clip it on the other side. You put the freaking things on. It takes a half a second to do. I know that you didn't see that, but it takes a half a second to do. And you're left with this little package that you could throw, you could put in your pocket, you could put in your back pocket. So like you said, what brought me up is you said about travel. How is that not the perfect travel freaking thing? I mean, it could fit in anything. And so I agree with you, Marcus. When it comes to travel, when it comes to a drone, this is smaller than the Mini 2. And it's $300 cheaper.
The Air 2, smaller than the Air 2.
The Air 2.
Right. And the video looks just as good. I mean, come on, we're not professional.
Yeah, no. So
of course, Mike, you'll be taking that in your case that they sent you, and the case for the Mini is no smaller than the case for the Air 2.
And that's the other thing. Good point. The case that comes with this drone is the exact same case that comes with the Mini. But yeah, you see, you just killed me though. You killed me with that.
Well, you may travel without your case, and then it makes the point. If you do carry it in your shirt pocket, then your point is valid. But if you put all the junk it comes with in the case, your point is not valid.
You make a good point. You really do. You just destroyed me.
You could just take the drone, one battery, and maybe put the controller in a pocket in your suitcase, and the drone.
You could also throw this little bag in your backpack too. You know, and if you got this, let's face it, guys, you could put the Air 2 in this or the Mini. So, but yeah, it is lighter.
Marcus has the
other reason I'm going to hang on to the one.
Yeah, I like that.
Is for this little case because it is so small and so easy to carry around. And while I'm not a fan of the old style controller, you got to admit it's smaller.
Yes.
So it makes a more compact thing to carry around.
Well, let me tell you something, Marcus. Talking about the controllers, I might be the only guy on the market that hates the new controller.
I know you don't like it. Yeah.
I don't like it.
But only for one reason, the thumbing, right?
Yeah, I can't get my freaking meat hooks around that thing. However, I did rectify the problem, but I had to buy something else. If I show you what I bought, you're going to laugh your ass. But I'm using it. You want to see what I bought?
Yeah, what'd you get?
I'm going to have to dig it out. You're going to laugh your ass off. But my problem is, I needed a lanyard, guys. Here's the problem with the controller. I'm a pincher, so I couldn't thumb it and hold it aside. I just couldn't get it right. So you need a platform or you need something to hold the controller around your neck so that I could then place my fingers on it. So I'll show you what I bought. Go ahead, Ron. You can talk. I got to go behind the green screen for this.
Yeah. Whip it out, Mike.
I'm whipping it out. Here,
this is a family show. It's a family show.
He likes the camera features in the Air 2 are a step up.
Well, they are. There's no question. There's more stuff. There's more. There are more features on the Air 2. There's no question about it. And that's why I say if it's not so much a portability issue, if you have the money, of course the Air 2. And of course Jet Martin makes the point about remote ID. Yeah, if you're not worried about that, of course the Air 2. So these are just all considerations that you.
Mike Ray has a comment too. He doesn't believe the FAA has stated absolutely internet connection will be required.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Jet Martin has made that point in the past too. That you may not. In other words, you're going to be able to be up in the mountains someplace where there's no internet. You're still going to be able to fly. However, your drone still has to be transmitting that remote ID information,
even if it's transmitting it to
your controller, of course.
Okay.
And then I guess I would say whoever else happens to be listening.
Stupid.
Is he talking about you or me, Ron?
He may be talking to Stu.
Stupid.
Hey,
He's talking to Stu.
Here comes Philly with his freaking guys, check it out on the map. Look at it.
He's got his setup.
Hey, Ron, you better, so we can see him. You better get rid of that.
Jet Martin's comment.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. I know it looks like garter belts, but just give me a minute.
It looks like you got one of those things you're going to carry a baby on the front.
Here we go, guys. Here goes the controller.
Is this something that you and Sharon use or something? Oh,
Who? I don't know. Anyway.
you and Sharon.
It looks like
look at it, guys. Look at it. It's like no hands. No
looks like you
hands.
food off in a drive-through.
Look at this. No
It's a TV tray. It's a portable TV tray.
Mike,
well, here we go, guys. Oh, we're coming around the mountain. Sister's ass. Wowzers. You sister's ass. Here we go. No hands. Huh? And the great thing about this is I could push this off to the side, get my phone over here to read the comments.
Oh, wow. Will you go live streaming?
Well, eventually what I plan on doing is building this around me and then have the thing swivel. What do you think, Ron?
Hey, can you see Billy's reaction when he shows up at the Ben Franklin Bridge? You got that contraption on?
Yeah, he's gonna walk away from me.
I could be.
I mean, it may look a little obtrusive there, but I see your point. You can do it if you want with it.
Look at this, buddy. I mean, it took a
second. That's here, bud.
Look at this. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to rip it like this. I don't like the way this is showing me here. But anyway, you get it. Wow.
You really get
it. Ralph Cramden out here. Oh.
Hey, I bet you Ralph would have been a great drone flyer.
I'm a silly ass. Anyway.
You're a star, Mikey. You're a star.
Where did you order that from?
I'm keeping it on now.
Did you order it? Do your best bang to it, or?
Well, I'll show you what else it does. You can put your peanuts on it. If you're not flying, you can eat. It's an eating tray.
And put your chip and guacs on there too.
And so if you're not flying, you put your sandwich. You can eat your hoagie here, and that's it.
Where did you get that, Mike?
Oh, look at Marcus. He wants one. Now, if you would like one, guys, go on to the
links down below.
They're $99.99 over at Philly Drone Life. I signed the back of them in here, and it comes with an iPad 5. It's the official iPad of the Philly and Ron Show. It'll be stuck right to the back here with the Philly and Ron Show and marker, and then you flip it down here, and you're good to go. It doesn't come with the peanuts. Peanuts are extra, but yes, Marcus, we found this on the Amazon. I think
on the Amazon.
On the Amazon. It was
and of course, if you want to save a little money, you can get the push broom edition that comes with the Mini 4.
That's right. So save $50, you can get the push broom. But hey, listen, you're laughing at me, but look at this. It's got the non-stick thing here. Look, oh, it's not moving. Oh, and it's right there, guys.
Now, when will we see this in action in the field?
I'm never wearing it. I just wanted to buy it to see how.
Okay.
But look, it just slips right on, slips right off. I'll never put it on again, but it was a cool thing, don't you think?
Yeah.
Thanks for debuting on the show here. I'm sure we will get plenty of comments on it.
Let me tell you something. All kidding aside, I can't wait to use the freaking thing because I fly amazing with my Mavic, my Phantom 4 Pro, simply because the lanyard I use for that fits me perfectly and the controls are just perfect. And I put all my weight of my arms on it and the sticks are tall, so I just feel like I have great control. With this thing, it's a step above it because I don't have to put anything on, nothing around my neck. All the shit's here. I could put my tablet on here, Velcro my tablets, and I could read chats. I could do live streams and be hands-free. I can literally land the drone, reach my hand up, catch the fucking drone. So it's an awesome thing. And you know,
you could really start something with that thing, Mike.
Yeah. The sky's the limit with your imagination is what you could do with this, and that's why.
Hey, Mike,
$49.95.
Seriously, to your point, I've often thought about buying some kind of in some of my videos, you'll see I take a little TV tray out with me that I fold out. The problem is that's a little bit heavy and kind of clunky, but I know they make like little camp tables and stuff that you can carry with a handle.
Right.
Which might be kind of handy, right? If you're out someplace, you set it up, you got something to set your drone on and your controller and to get prepared as you're preparing everything.
Hey, Marcus, it's called Connect the Desk. Is what it's called. Here's the paper. It's called Connect the Desk. Comes in a little bag like this, and it's a beautiful thing. It is a little pricey, but for what it does, it was worth. It's $49, and I did have some coupons, so I got it a little bit cheaper. Yeah. But so you figure $45 to $50 for what it does, and for the amount of freedom it's going to give me. It's worth it. If you use it twice, it will have paid for itself. It really will.
True.
Well, I'll use it a lot more than that because and somebody said earlier that Philly needs a hat cam. I got the hat cam, okay?
Oh, you got a hat cam now?
We just need the cam. We need the cam, but we got the hat.
You can put your Pocket 2 up there, maybe?
Pocket 2 up here or the Osmo. So yeah, we're working toward it.
You got a multi-camera shoot goal like Marcus does.
Marcus does. That's exactly right. He's inspired me, bud.
Hey, listen. I guess we're going to wrap up here. It's about 10:30 now. I hope we answered all the questions and concerns about the Mini 2. I guess what we're trying to say is we're not telling you your Mini 2, anything's wrong with your Mini 2. All I'm telling you is there's a problem with my Mini 2 and Marcus too. Your Mini 2 may be the greatest thing since sliced bread. So we're not telling you to get rid of your Mini 2s. They're not flying. It could have just been our Mini 2s. Or whatever.
Now, how do we know? How do we know, Ron? Should we just go over water and see if
just bring it down to Lenape Lake, and I'll put you out over that spot. And if it doesn't go haywire and crash into a tree, yours is good.
Hey, but what I want you guys to know, in true Philly Drone Life fashion, when I had that issue with my drone, I landed it, slapped another battery in it, and just sent it right back over the canyon.
That's my man. That is my man. Round of applause. That man did not panic. That man said, let's do it again, baby. That got my heart pounding. Wowzers. Yes, round of applause. And Ron would have done it too, but he was plunk.
Well, if he could have picked up his drone off the ground, he'd have shaken it off, fired it back up, and sent it.
You saw my my video when I went over the drone. It would not even fire up, even on the batteries that weren't in the drone to crash. So my drone totally had no power after this incident.
Which lends some credence to that main board theory that something could have burned out on your main board.
And also that sat in some sort of water for
hours. That's possible because we don't know how wet it got, right? We don't know because
yeah. But when I had it back, which is say something like 12 hours after the crash, I mean, damp was the strongest word you could use. It wasn't waterlogged, it wasn't soggy, it was just a little damp. So it couldn't have been in too much water in that short time period. It would not have dried out that much.
Ron, was it salt water or?
Well, it was inland lake water. I think it was so far inland that it was no longer that mixture.
It's fresh water.
Yeah. It was. That's a plus. So far inland, it was probably 95% fresh water.
But Ron, what you're describing could have just been morning dew, right? That got on the drone because it was out there all night, right? So it may never have even been in the water at all for all we know.
I think I heard the lady in the lake that found it. I did hear her say the words in no particular order in the water. So I don't know if in the water meant it was in a centimeter of water or an inch of water. We don't know.
It swam. It basically swam. Now, did you try to? Had you put it in? Did you do any of the rice stuff where people tell you didn't even bother? You just sent the shit.
I just let it dry for like about 48 hours. I took the battery. I had taken the battery out. I brought. When I saw that it was completely dry, I could not see any moisture in it. I slapped the battery back in. Nothing. So then I got a battery that I knew was not about to crash. It was 100% charged. Put it in and still nothing.
It's right. It's done.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, one last thing before we leave, Mike. You probably didn't see this because you were on the Ken Donna show that got canceled last week. But during the drone therapy last week, our friend Ken Heron dropped in the show and for a while, and I asked him, because of the COVID, will you be canceling your Ocean City, New Jersey boardwalk appearance the day after Christmas year? And during the show he committed to coming to the Ocean City boardwalk on the 26th. So we will have to take the Philly and Ron Drone Army down there in full force and take over the Ken Heron show in the boardwalk that day.
I think we should kidnap him. We should kidnap.
That's a possibility.
Well, there's more to this story, Ron.
They got into it big time on this. Do you want to hear the trash?
Yeah, tell me
there
the
was trash talking going on.
Oh, there was some bad trash talking.
Come on, tell me.
Well,
but it didn't involve you, Mike.
It didn't involve you. No. So
you did mention you were going to be there at the event.
Did he even know who I was?
Well. He
don't know who I am.
He'll know on the 26th.
He's gonna know.
So story to tell.
Well, Ron, what you may not know is Ken Heron then took that clip from Bill Thomas's show, and Ron, you and I were on Ken Heron's show the next day.
No way.
On Thursday.
We're stars.
You just
yeah. So he took that whole clip from Bill Thomas's show and he played it for I can't think of his name right now. God damn it.
The real good drone flyer.
Yeah, PV flyer. Oh, I can't think of his name.
He made all the Mavic 1 videos when it came out. What's the guy's name? He's in like some southern state like South Carolina, Georgia. Ed Richter.
Ed Richter, yeah.
Richter,
Ed Richter, and so Ed Richter was Ken's guest, and Bill Thomas was complaining on his show that Ed Richter wouldn't come on Bill Thomas's show.
Oh, geez.
So Ken Heron, and we were all, Ron and I were giving Bill Thomas a hard time, saying, "Oh, Ed's a great guy," on and on, and so Ken took that clip out of the show and he played it for Ed Richter on his show.
No way! I love it.
He put it on blast, yeah.
It was
I bet
funny.
you Bill Thomas don't like it so much.
Oh, I'm sure Bill was okay with it. I mean, it was all in good fun, and there was nothing mean spirited about it at all.
No.
Yeah.
Just put old Ed in an awkward situation.
That's who it was awkward for, was Ed Richter. Yeah, that's who it was a little awkward for.
Oh, the hell with Ed. The hell with him.
How awkward it is when you have 300,000 subscribers, right?
He went to the dark side anyway. Who cares about Ed? He's over there. TV shit.
Finding little FPV drones.
That's for the young folk.
Yeah, so Bill is still on. Bill is saying Bill gave him his thumbs up for that. So yeah, of course. I mean, it was all good natured. Nobody.
Yeah.
We'll invite Ed Richter to the boardwalk on the 26th too.
I heard he's a really nice guy. I heard Eddie was a really nice guy. I would love to meet Ed.
Yeah, Marcus and I got the pleasure of meeting him at Spin Up in 2019, and genuine nice guy. I mean, he saw me walking along, and he's flying his FPV drone with what's the guy's name? We couldn't remember last week.
Not Murdoch,
and like he said hello to me. He said like, "Hey, you want to come over and see this FPV drone?" And I got closer and I said, "Hey, you're Ed Richter or whatever." And he just he didn't know who I was from anything, and he called me over to look at the drone and all this.
Oh, that's cool. How old is Eddie? Is he in his 30s? He's in his 30s.
I'd say his 30s.
Yeah, he's a young guy. Yeah,
young guy, right? But some of these guys are in their 20s, Marcus. If 30 is, at least it's a little closer to us.
Yeah.
Right.
A little, not still not there, but a little.
All right, folks, we've been on too long tonight. So again, I hope again I don't want to discourage anybody from not getting a Mini 2 or liking a Mini 2, but I guess just keep an eye on your firmware updates and you just check, like Mike said, check all your numbers on the screen. Check your GPS and do your calibrations and your distance and just be careful. But you probably have a good one, Marcus.
Yeah, I got a couple charged. I'm just showing I got a couple charged batteries here tomorrow for the Mavic Air 2. So
are you going to run the new firmware on it tomorrow, Mark?
Yeah, that's what I planned on doing, was updating the firmware and just taking it out for a little flight. No big plans, but
well, do we have new firmware out, guys?
Firmware drop for the Fly app one, I believe Friday, Marcus.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Any big changes come to it?
Marcus talked about it. It's supposed the optical flow sensors can supposedly control the drone from 30 meters high. So say you lose GPS at 30 meters high, you should have no worries. The optical flow sensor.
I thought it already did. I thought it already did that. It didn't already do that.
Well, I'm looking it up for you right now, Mikey.
Okay. Get the show notes.
Yeah, I'm curious. Now, I believe I saw an update, but and then they always put that in various bug fixes.
Yeah, but I think mostly what it came out is to fix the bug that caused the Mini 1 and caused flyaways. But of course, they would never admit that in the app that they ever screwed up, so they just say bug fixes.
Yeah,
I'm looking, guys.
Marcus is checking.
DJI Fly. So it's loading. So what's new? Fixed issue, weak signal. Adjust antennas, pop-up message did not disappear automatically on the Mavic Mini. Fixed some issues and optimizes overall app quality. It's version 1.2.1.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to do an update.
So I should have had that software upgrade on my Mini 2. Then the optical flow system would have came on and prevented the drone flying away from me when I lost control.
You're scaring me, man, because when you hear stories like that and when you see videos of the drone going haywire like that, it really makes you you second guess everything what happens in your drone.
You lose a little faith.
That's what, and you really got to have faith in your gear. And so the only thing I would suggest whenever you hear a story like this, if you are losing faith, I would say spend one whole battery getting that faith back. Put the drone up. I mean, not that it's going to get it all back, but put it up, let it sit in, see if it grabs the GPS.
Send it over the canyon wall. Send it over the canyon.
Yeah, he wants you to just go for it. If you like adrenaline, just send it, go freaking nuts. But I get it. As crazy as people think I am, I do get nervous, when I hear stories like this, because there's nothing more nerve-wracking than a drone out of control. And then you having to think on the spot real quick. All right, what do I do? Okay, it's blowing away. You only have so much time before you don't see anything anymore. And I know in the city, it doesn't always come back, especially where I go. So, I mean, they hopefully it comes back, but, it could come back and hit something, especially the Mini, which doesn't have sensors. So you better get the shit right as far as your height, return to home height. And the problem with that is your return to home height has to be a lot higher in the city. And
right.
Now you're putting a paper plane way up there. And,
it should be some expectation that the DJI drone should go in the return to home on a loss of signal, because our friend here, Marcus Crawford, did intensive testing with the Xeno 1, who has no sensors in the budget drone. Marcus did everything he possibly could to make that drone lose connection to the controller, and no matter what he put it through, whether it was distance, obstacles, just turn the remote off or whatever, it did a perfect return to home every single time without fault. So if a budget drone, Hubson, can return every time, no matter signal loss, range, or whatever, why can't the Mini 2 do it?
Well, Ron,
I agree with you. Great point.
Good point. Those tests that you're talking about, I did exactly the same thing with the Mini 1. in one of my videos. I did everything. I just took my phone and threw it away. I shut off the controller. I did everything you could possibly do, and that drone always came back every time. Hey, before we go, Ron, I want to make sure and give a shout out for the Philly and Ron show tomorrow night. I know I'm going to be there. I won't miss it. So I would say the rest of you, let's get in the chat and let's support these two. And then also on Wednesday, Ron, I'm probably stealing your thunder, but we don't want to miss Coast to Coast Drones. That would be at 6:30 my time. What is that?
8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right. Drone therapy.
And don't forget, Mikey may be doing the weather on the Candano show. What we come about 9.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Who?
You.
I don't want the job. It's too hard anymore.
Yeah, the weather helicopter, right?
Yeah, but I gotta come up with a bit. I gotta think of something to do. I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, let your agents and managers work on that.
Freaking hard work. I just want to go make my videos. I'm quitting.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
I know. I'm quitting, though. Don't tell him that. If he's watching, no, I love your show, but I'm quitting.
He doesn't watch.
Hey, I got one more plug to put in here, guys.
Okay.
And Ron and I were talking about this the other day. Hey, if anybody in the chat is not subscribed to the DroneNation channel on YouTube, please do. We're trying to get over 1,000 subs.
And we're stuck at 587, and we just need some more subs. I mean, if you have 2 channels, sub up with your second channel, whatever. And we're trying to put more content in here besides just a live show. I threw a video up last week in the feed or whatever. Mark's going to try to throw some more content up besides just our live streaming. So we're going to make it worthwhile. And you know what? You can sub and you don't have to ring the bell if you don't want to. Just sub and then you never have to do it again or whatever. You don't ring the bell. We don't care.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done, Ron. That was all of my updates for this show.
I threatened them, guys. Just threaten them. You need the 1,000. No, I'll threaten them then. Hey, listen.
You can, Mike. You can.
So funny. I did a live stream today on the motorcycle, and I was getting close to lighting. Nobody was hitting the thumb up. Hit the fucking thumb, man. I started to get pissed. I had 60 people in 2 thumbs. What the fuck is the matter? Hit the fucking thumb. I need thumbs.
You ever have a video up where you got more comments and thumbs and you think, okay, and the comments are all good. How can they take all the time to type out a paragraph comment, but they can't take the one second to hit the thumbs button or whatever?
I started threatening them. I'm not talking. I'm not saying another word. I couldn't do it. I kept talking anyway, but we wound up getting the thumbs. But hey, listen,
you had to beg for them, though.
I had to beg, but I'm guilty of it too. But if you remind me enough, I'll go back and I'll do it because you really do. You need to hit the thumbs up, guys. That's the only way to support.
When I watched a YouTube video before, I think I even watched the whole thing. I hit the thumbs up so I don't forget. Because sometimes, sometimes I don't leave a comment. I always leave the comment for like somebody with a real channel. But if I watch a video from CNET or some big news organization like that, I just leave the thumbs and don't leave a comment because none of these big news organizations are reading.
If the channel's bigger than mine, I give them a thumb down. All the time, they're getting the thumb down because I know it's hard work.
That's where I'm getting my thumbs down. You're the guy leaving thumbs down on my video.
Oh shit! I forgot Marcus was bigger than me. Oh shit! That's where you're getting them. Oh shit! No. Hey, they count. The thumbs down count too, guys. Just hit the thumb. It don't matter which way.
Right. And one more plug. Don't forget Marcus on the International Drone Seekers on Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and with 1 for him, and who knows what time it is for the people in Spain.
1 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
And I don't know, the middle of the night in Spain or whatever. And we got to plug our good friend Sean. Sean Matthews went live recently, right?
He did, and
who founded the Drone Seekers and also founded the 2 Phantoms.
He did, and so he is. I think is going to start promoting. His channel is now called Don Quixote, and because he lives in Spain, and I think that he's going to start doing some more live shows.
What a name!
But this guy's got the life. He's an expat. He's on the beach all the time in Spain. He flies 365 days a year because it's always sunny. The sun always shines in Spain. There's no like we get. There's no rain for 3 straight days.
But come on, the Don Quixote, he's hung like a horse, guys. Come on. With a name like Don Quixote, and he lives in Spain?
He rides a horse.
He's hung like a horse. I hate him. Anyway. So did I demonetize you yet? I pretty much.
No, you're still going to get your paycheck.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Oh, all right, folks. We're going to, now that we've sunk to a new low with Don Quixote here. And most people here aren't even old enough to remember the man from La Mancha.
The man from La Mancha, yeah.
Yeah, man from La Mancha and all that. What was the song, Marcus?
Oh, the Fiddler on the Roof, isn't it? The man from La Mancha.
Too.
Yeah, I don't remember, Ron.
Trying to defeat windmills.
Yeah. He's always fighting windmills.
He's fighting windmills.
Guys, with the thumbs up, place it right here. Right here. You want to place it, guys? The thumbs up.
Don Quixote, the thumbs up.
That's right. Let's take us out of here, Ryan.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks for doing the show. We love you in the comments, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m.